And there we go again, guys. It's LemonDogs versus London Conspiracy, and against all odds, LemonDogs won game number 1 in a very long dragged game, but like it was not short of action. It was not a farming fest. It was full of fights, key position, choke points, Roshan fights, everything a Dota fanatic wants to see. This is the action we all hope to see in the international. These teams are not gonna be international. Some of them were really close in qualifying. It doesn't matter that it can't bring us good Dota, because that's what we just saw in game number 1. My name is Heflamoke, casting here on the Razer channel. Thanks for them and Hitbox to putting up this tournament organized by me, and of course also the other HeflaTV boys. Mikelorus is with me. Let's go into game number 2, I'd say.
Oh yeah, I think it's about that time. It's going to be hard to repeat that kind of performance, and it'll be a real bummer if we just have, a 20-minute stomp fest, which is always possible. But oh man, LemonDogs getting a slightly better late game draft, and London Conspiracy getting a little bit too behind, a little bit too early. I think they were fighting from behind for a long portion, and you said in the last game, Naga Siren should have been banned, and well, she wasn't. So LemonDogs gonna grab that one again.
Yeah, that was. I would have bet all my items on that this is gonna be happening, because she really, I mean, even though we did not have the 100% perfect execution on Naga Siren and Shadow Fiend, it was still something that London Conspiracy could not really outperform, like these resets and also these aggressive uses of the Naga song. Also the Naga, like having so many utility items. I mean, she was holding the gem, she was holding mech as well as arcane boots later, combine it to the Greaves. She was holding Glimmer Cape, Blink Dagger. She was just there to really do everything, also helping by pushing out when London Conspiracy actually had the chance to go high ground. She did a very versatile role, played it. I wanted to see her a tiny bit greedier, because I thought, man, like a Radiance, why not? But it didn't really happen. Still, doesn't matter. The bottom line is LemonDogs won, and the Naga Siren is again there.
Yeah, and maybe if she gets a little bit more farm this game, she'll go either into that damage route, or we also see occasionally Naga Sirens afford items like Aghanim Scepter or Refresher Orb. And Aghanim's Naga Siren song, if you time it correctly, if the enemy team doesn't have a ton of bursts, which in last game wasn't the case, but if that is the case, then it could do a lot of healing, like half of your hero's HP worth of healing. For an ultimate that also prevents them from taking damage, it seems really good if you can afford it. But in this game, London Conspiracy, they're going to open up fairly aggressively, much like last time. Lion is the first pick, which we very rarely see, but up against the Naga Siren again, he is pretty good. And now we have a Spirit Breaker for them, so going to at least get into those fights a lot easier with that charge in.
Absolutely. So, Queen of Pain, the Lion on the other side, the Lina being banned out. So we have the 3 shotguns, either picked or banned. Like the Bounty Hunter, I was actually glad we did not have a Bounty Hunter last game, because like with all these kills and everything, just imagine like we had a Bounty Hunter, similar fights, similar length. I think the game would have shifted towards the team that has actually the Bounty Hunter if he would have performed decently in the fight, just because of all the track. But that way it was fairly even, and that's why we also had like these amazing fights and equal net worth for almost the entire duration of the game. Disruptor now coming out, one of these utility heroes we did not see last game, so I'm looking forward to this one. If it goes longer, of course, the Disruptor is one of those heroes that can really destroy your team fight, because it also silences items, and LemonDogs really utilized a lot of items. I mean, it's crazy what kind of items we had.
Oh, they're going for illusions, man. We got a lot of them in this game. Phantom Lancer and Naga Siren being picked up from LemonDogs. Gonna play this slow and steady game, it seems, again, whereas London Conspiracy now gonna get some initiation on the board. Well, with having Spirit Breaker and Storm Spirit. I would say Spirit Breaker, Storm Spirit, Clockwork, the big 3 initiators that are very commonly picked up in games nowadays. So they're gonna look to start some fights, get some blood on their hands, and snowball that one into a victory. They are, once again, kind of lacking that pushing element, so you get all these kills, but if you can't take towers, then really, who cares? LemonDogs are going to grab a Nyx Assassin. If this is played in an off-lane role, I don't really see him getting a ton up against these London Conspiracy heroes. The mana burn is nice, but support Nyx Assassin with Naga Siren, that's a really weak combo, and I don't know, LemonDogs might be going a little bit too weak in their lanes.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin, I also don't see really like how he comes into play. Of course, yes, the mana burn is one thing. You already said that. It could be nice, especially against the Storm Spirit. It also scales nicely on him, but overall, we have to see if he can make some plays. For example, initiations on the Disruptor, on the Lion, but you have now Invisible Hero on the on the field, which means London Conspiracy, they're gonna equip themselves with a lot of True Sight, and then we have, of course, a problem. However, now it gets interesting. London Conspiracy are coming out with a Lifestealer, and that means we have 2 potential Infest Bombs coming out. One, he's parking himself in the Spirit Breaker, going for the ride, or he's just Ball Lightning with the Storm Spirit around, and that makes it very, very interesting.
And I mean, LemonDogs are kind of well positioned to deal with this Lifestealer. Like, Phantom Lancer is very Lifestealer immune because he could doppelgang away and get rid of that open wound in the process. Naga Siren has a net which cuts through. Sonic Wave cuts through as well, that rage. So it's not really the cleanest game for a Lifestealer. Like, in London Conspiracy's draft, Lifestealer is good, but up against LemonDogs heroes, Lifestealer really isn't. Like, with so many agility heroes, you want to have more outright damage. With a lot of armor, Feast gets a lot worse, and Lifestealer as a whole gets a lot worse. So as much as I love seeing Lifestealer, I just don't think this is the game for him. I would much rather like see London Conspiracy if they wanted to get a carry here that can do a little bit in the early stages, go for someone like a Luna just so that they could, start clearing out some illusions with some bouncing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. On the other hand, Lifestealer is one good hero against Nyx Assassin, for example, because he just doesn't care about the Spike Carapace. Rage on, and you really just rage through the Nyx Assassin. Winter Wyvern was a pick that I was actually thinking that should appear somewhere in the bans, but they focus on other heroes. Steph Style is definitely going to have a key role in all of this, simply because that Winter's Curse, either on a BKB target or on the Lifestealer, etc., that's going to be very, very important. Not to mention that it can also lock down targets that you usually would find an easy escape, like the Storm Spirit. So this is going to be a key role. And also Krilly. How is Krilly going to do with that Nyx Assassin? I mean, his Tusk had some good plays and also some plays with a question mark on. Because he mostly tried to help his teammates. They died, and then he died in the process. Krilly is a very, very social guy, so he's trying to make sure you survive. Often it didn't really turn out. In the end, still, like, these fights snowballs through the entire team. It was good. We have to see if he can land impales just like that.
And the upside of landing a free-handed impale on Storm Spirit means that most of the time you'll get a kill, although, again, the LemonDogs CC situation, not really super high up against a Storm Spirit. So maybe Thug gonna have a much more successful game this time as Storm than he had last game as Queen of Pain. Not a terrible performance as Queen of Pain in the last game, just kind of not as efficient as you really want your Queen of Pain to be. But guys, London Conspiracy, they are a game down at the moment. They're gonna be loading out on the Radiant side. We got Skylark, who's heading up towards top as the Spirit Breaker. Maybe next time is going to be playing the Lion yet again. We got Moderate farming as the Lifestealer Spartan on the Disruptor, and that leaves Thug on the Storm.
Yep, and on the other side we have Krilly, already mentioned, on the Nyx Assassin. It's going to be very crucial how he plays, and talking about how he plays, he might actually find himself in a position where, nope, it's not going to happen. They're not going to find him. Also, level 1 open wounds would be too short. So anyway, Krilly in the offlane. We have Eskel's with an amazing Shadow Fiend performance last game. He really made some good plays. This time on the Queen of Pain. Eris Loco again on the Naga Siren, a key hero in the last game. We have to see if he repeats that performance. Steph Style already mentioned him in the draft. Similar role when it comes to the key plays around the Winter's Curse and the saves with the Cold Embrace. So that leaves just Jolem on the Phantom Lancer. I hate when you repeat like bad performances because probably the players and everyone doesn't really want to hear it, but the fact is he had a weak Storm last game simply because he was shut down very early and then he just lost significance. He literally just didn't snowball, and we have to see if he has a better opening on the Phantom Lancer. Now he's coming up with a lance on Skylark, but he's just shaking it off, and that's pretty much it.
Phantom Lancer in this game definitely is in a much better position, like lane wise, to have like better game. Even like in the grand scheme of the draft, he's going to have a better position than the Storm of last time. So I do think Jolem, unless he's like completely on tilt, which doesn't really seem like it, a couple ultra kills to end the game last time probably put him in a much better mood. It's looking more like a Phantom Lancer game. It's looking more like a Jolem game this time. So we're going to have Steph Style just chilling around the mid lane. Thug, he had to deal with something very similar when the Steph Style player was the Skywrath Mage. This time, it's Arctic Burn. Either way, it's Storm Spirit being zoned out in a lane where he already has a disadvantage.
Okay, and we have a pause for unknown reason, but let's just say it's all reasonable. The Nyx Assassin at this point, he can probably grab experience for the first wave or so. When it comes to ganks on him, I think we need to wait till level 2. Like, Lion Lion needs to find the Earth Spike, and we need at least the Clems. But if we have the Clems on level 1, we're not gonna have a kinetic field, for example. So maybe they're even gonna wait till level 3, and we're gonna have like Thunderstorm coming in, just Thunderstrike, I mean, just coming in for harass. So I'm not really sure how this tri-lane unfolds. At the moment, all 3 of them did not skill anything. They really adjusted to the situation. Top, Skylark, he already put his point into Crater Bash. That is, I don't know, if he gets in some sort of trouble, that's of course bad, but at the moment the tri-lane is not established. Stepstyle is still harassing in the mid.
And once Stepstyle comes up here, then it's a bad lane for Skylark. But up until that point, it's 2 melee heroes up against 1 melee hero, and this melee hero is one of the best, if not the best, at brawling, especially with Greater Bash. So Skylark will be just fine. He has a ton of regen, and he's going to take some damage, sure, but he could trade hits decently because he does have so much in the way of tangos. Let's see how lucky his 17% is. He attacked 3 or 4 times, getting none. Okay, this next one should be it. Man, the EV for Skylark is super low right now. He needs to practice his Spirit Breaker.
Need to pray more to RNGs and be a good guy, but nope, that doesn't really work out. Stepstyle is trying to come in just for 1 hit Arctic Burn, but like that 1 hit on the tower. Finally, they're top. There's the bash, but there's nothing coming in from the Phantom Lancer. He's not supporting the whole thing with a randomly thrown in lance or something like that, so Ares Loco getting some more hits still. Level 6 Naga, like there's our answer by the way in the draft. I wasn't sure it was 5 or 6 base armor. Now we have that it's 6, and yeah. Unless there's a Crater Bash coming through, you don't really do that much damage on a Naga.
Yeah, Naga Siren has a ton of armor, not a ton of HP, but Skylark doesn't have that much damage, all things considered. He's going to go right into the middle of everything right now. Luckily for him, Ares Loco's completely tapped out of mana. Now the bashes are going to start to flow for Skylark, perhaps. But man, this dude is unlucky. Like, this is a super risky play from Ares Loco, just getting into a man fight with the Spirit Breaker, but shit, he's got like 2 bashes. What the hell?
Come on, you make it sound that like you hope like each and every hit should be a bash and make it at 71%.
He hit like at least 10 times, man. Like, I guess that's kind of expected value, but still. I've been used to like Spirit Breaker getting some broken shit, and now he's gonna get lanced, has a charge. He's gonna use it to get a little bit out and bumping back Jolem a little bit, but yeah, he's not having a great time with these duels.
Oh, he's running directly into Winter Wyvern, but Stepstyle, he doesn't react to it. He actually goes out of vision, so he's heading back to his lane, but that might have been interesting, like interrupting the salve there. Something along those lines would have been really interesting, but now with those illusions, he was sneaking by the mid lane, just making sure maybe there's a courier arriving, something, anything. The courier is actually now on the way, and he's still sitting there, so patience, Stepstyle, patience, and you might actually get that chicken.
You get Illusion Rune as well, bottom. Which is... Oh, bottom. They caught Creeley with the open wounds. That's level 2. The right clicks are there. Creeley does not have anything. He'll lose his life, and the courier will also die. It's a trade-off for London Conspiracy, but this is going to just destroy Thug's lane. He was already getting firmly outlaned by E-Skills and Stepstyle. Now with no bottle, he is without hope. Illusion Rune being relevant, yet they get a first blood on Lifestealer. I would still rather have a Storm Spirit who's doing well.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, the first blood and a 700 courier with a bottle inside, that is not really the trade you want to do. I kind of agree. Like, rather feed the first blood away, but have your Storm Spirit have that early bottle. Now, of course, he will struggle. He's super low HP. There were range creeps. He tried to kill them, wasn't successful, so he has to manually go back to the base, just walk it off, and yeah, that's bad news. Less experience, less gold, less everything, and of course, Thug, E-Skill is saying, no problem, I have this lane.
And once Queen of Pain gets level 6, Storm Spirit will first of all be nowhere near that mark. She can actually go for solo kills on this Storm Spirit. At the very least, Blink, Shadow Strike, Scream, try to force some sort of play from the Storm, who will not have his bottle for still a very long time. So E-Skill is going to hold control of this lane with an iron hand right now, and there's nothing that Storm can do to really dislodge her. Maybe Skylark decides to rotate in, and maybe there's a Lion involved, maybe there's a Disruptor involved. Actually, Lion still doesn't have any skill points. There he grabs Hex, but they can kill off Queen of Pain. They have the heroes for it, just Storm Spirit needs that help, and they will rotate that help in right now. They have level 2 Glimpse, good versus Queen of Pain. They have Hex, Spike, level 2, E-Skill. He's going to be potentially in a little bit of trouble, but he's very well positioned for it on the north end of this lane.
Yep. I'm not so sure this is actually going to work, but oh, there's the charge also coming in, and well, with the Klims, the level 2 Klims, they don't have the vision. This Blink back really just saved him his life. If he did not notice that Spirit Breaker coming for him, that probably would have been a life, because just too much disable right there. There's Klims, we have a Hex, level 2 Earth Spike, and of course the Storm Spirit doing the damage with Overload and everything. That was not a Vortex, so it might have been even a bit short in execution, but of course at this point also Queen of Pain not having too much HP. But now, this way, she's safe, even has a Haste Rune.
The beauty of this for London Conspiracy, however, is that their Lifestealer is now up against 0 heroes, so he doesn't need any help at all. I'm pretty sure he can handle a 1v0 lane. That leaves this Disruptor and Lion to roam around. Now, they're not the most deadly roam combo, but they're definitely enough to get the job done. Krilly is in the jungle right now simply because bottom lane is too dangerous, so the supports from London Conspiracy are now freed up to do whatever the hell they want. That involves pulling fine, Skylark up towards top, in a little bit of trouble, get 2 TPs as help. Jalem's going deep for this one, 44 HP, one more Spear Strike will kill off the Spirit Breaker. Spartan gonna get the glimpse back, it will be Doppelgang dodged by Jalem, well done, he's gonna be just fine.
Yep, easy kill for him. That way, additional fire, like one big creep, aka Skylark, just went down. That is of course nice for him, and yeah, nice reaction on that level 1 Doppelganger. I mean, level 1 Doppelganger is a horrible long cooldown, but later on you can really spam that and then just dodge all these key abilities. 6 minutes into the game, Krilly, well, he finds his level 3 pretty much soon. Of course, he fed the first blood, but we already mentioned why that was kind of a good trade if you consider what happened in mid. The Storm Spirit, I'm not really sure how fast he's gonna recover from all of this. At the moment, he's utilizing the jungle, which might not even be a bad thing. His bottle is now flying in, finally, which he can use now. The 6-minute rune is still there, completely untapped. No one is touching it, especially not LemonDogs, because they have no vision there whatsoever. So Thug is gonna get 6 bottle charges and a bounty rune on top of that. That brings him pretty much back into the lane.
Still not quite where he wants to be in comparison to the Queen of Pain, still a full level behind. Still up against Sonic Wave, and that's a lot of burst damage, but hey, at least he has that ball lightning, so he will be able to survive a little bit more comfortably in the grand scheme of things. E-Skill's having a very good lane right now, and we do have a charge on bottom, but this is not going to go anywhere unless, no, Madra wants to go in. Okay, no he doesn't. I was thinking that's a little bit too deep, and they will back off for right now, but yeah, the Queen of Pain's time in lane is almost perfect. Like, she has a ton of CS, but she also has a ton of denies, so there's not much experience being thrown towards the London Conspiracy side in mid. Their supports, LemonDogs supports rather, aren't really doing that great either, but they are getting some time in the lane. Like, Jalem's jungling, kind of slowly, but this is going to get Steph style a lot closer to that level 6, and that's a crucial mark up against the Storm
Spartan. Spartan is in a very awkward position. He's trying to establish some vision here. One aggressive ward right there. The other one is not really coming through. Was that a sentry? No, he didn't place anything. He was just scouting if there is something, but man, that was just illusion by the PL. If that PL illusion would have survived one more second, they would have seen Spartan, and that I think was a easy kill. However, there's a charge.
There is a Naga right here. He's still going to blink out, get glimpsed right back in, but he is just fine. He is drinking his bottle right now, and Jalem gets right on top of Spartan. The Sand Lancer will take down that kill. Now they're looking for more, and that's going to connect on a Thug. He does still have a lot more mana to ball lightning out. E-Skill, though, can give chase with the blink. Just came back off cooldown. Maybe next time he's going to get there with a Hex, but E-Skill's going to be just fine to disengage. Thug, now out of mana, is going to fight to the death. Power Sonic Wave will obliterate him, and the health blow of the Lion and Madra both. Snoko should be just fine. Infest into the Lion, but that's not going to help him. He's going to get cleaned up. E-Skill grabs a double kill, and 5-1 for LemonDogs. London Conspiracy falls short as their Storm Spirit can do nothing but run, and the Queen of Pain from LemonDogs was doing nothing but chasing.
Yep, and Steph style is like, yo boys, I see you have fun, you know, I just work on my level 6 up here, right? I'm all safe. Like, he did not bother to go for it. He was the one earlier trying to TP and help the Nyx. That was 100 gold down, obviously, for a charge, but that way he didn't have another TP, and I think he even had cooldown if he had one. So it doesn't really matter. With what they had, LemonDogs, they take 4 kills easily, or 3 kills in that case, of London Conspiracy. The whole thing did not really unfold how they wanted it. They wanted to have a return for the Storm Spirit, because the Queen of Pain just got too much farm, and yeah, that was not the way you wanted to do it.
When you rotate your Lifestealer in like that, you really need to be getting kills, but he rotated in, got obliterated by the Sonic Wave, which did catch 3 heroes, and then it was just all over at that point. They don't have enough levels to really stick it out, and the fact that Phantom Lancer was involved in that made it even sweeter for LemonDogs. He's now 3-0 and 2, going towards what is probably a Yasha, although could very easily be a Diffusal Blade. Either way, is going to have that Blade of Alacrity, and the Winter Wyvern was also not involved, which is kind of weird, but it is also going to give Stepstyle a lot of experience. He's level 5 versus the level 4 of the Lion versus level 5 of the Disruptor. He's doing very well for himself, and that was also, you gotta remember, an initiation onto the Queen of Pain, which just fell very short. We do have another attempt here from London Conspiracy up towards top. As they're smoking up, they see Krilly. They have a charge that will be used. Hex is going to be used. There is no Spike Carapace in time. Chain Stun should be pretty good, but they do have Air Slowker rotating with the net. Quick glimpse back to where he came from. Not sure where that is, but a 3-man stun from Krilly is going to bail him out completely. Down towards bottom lane, we got Modder diving for Stepstyle. He will fall short there and has to TP out, but we have Jolin rotating in. Top, Krilly has another spike. They have a slow onto Skylark right now. Eastgil should be able to clean this cow up, and he will. Spartan also stuck in the trees, is being hunted, and is hiding successfully. Okay.
Beautiful position there by Spartan. Nobody had any idea that this is happening, but the lifestealer actually dying in the bottom lane. Man, I was so happy about Spartan's survival that I missed this kill. E-skill rotating into another lane and easily getting a kill on the lifestealer, which was by the help of the Winter's Curse, the Winter Wyvern. His staying alone, not being in those fights and getting nice experience and farm, it completely panned off. We have Skylark, well, charging on that Nyx Assassin top, but I think there are a lot of little helpers around, so this is really just to, yeah, get on lane.
He's spotted as well, so he has to back off. We have a smoke up in the mid lane. Looks like it's Disruptor and Lion once again on the hunt. However, they still do not have their ultimates, and Eastgil's going to jump right into that, and he'll jump right out. So he'll be just fine. Glimpse Vision not going to be there, and yeah, the Queen of Pain will be A-okay. Up towards top, Skylark and Krilly getting into a little bit of a fight right now, and Spirit Breaker does have a level disadvantage now over Krilly, even after his kind of okay start.
Even the Salve, like he used the Salve just to catch up on HP and I don't know, maybe re-engage when he's level 6, like bait that out, and surprise, surprise, I'm suddenly level 6, the Nether Strike is coming through, but with the mana burn, that one also just did not really work. We have in the mid, yeah, a successful Infest Bomb, successful as in he is inside, but can they actually do something with it?
Yeah, he jumped in. Eastgil was very quick. They're going to jump in for Air Slowker. However, he has no song. He's being charged. He's going to die in impact. They're now going to try to go for Eastgil. There's the Nether Strike. Blink out from Eastgil. Not in time. He gets pulled back and spiked. That's a 2-kill for London Conspiracy. And they get some action on their hands. LemonDogs, not with as many heroes in the mid lane as they really needed for that. They're going to sacrifice a couple heroes.
Yep, that was very, very good. Like, that Queen of Pain needed a kill. Like, there was just no way around it. They needed a kill on the Queen of Pain. She was just too fat at that point, and I say this, I know you never should talk about a lady like this, but the fact is, I talk more about her inventory and, of course, her bank account. She was decent in gold now, losing at about 300, and the good thing is the Storm Spirit was involved in both. He's getting finally something back, which was a horrible lane for him. So, yeah, that's exactly the play London Conspiracy needs at this point to just get back on this one.
And even with that play, still the Queen of Pain's firmly on top of the net worth chart. Still Phantom Lancer is not too far behind, and that's a problem for London Conspiracy. Again, they don't really have a ton of AoE to deal with this Lancer. Like, they have Lion for getting rid of 2 illusions, but that isn't really anything spectacular. Jolum, he is going to go for that Diffusal Blade, and once that happens, like, Storm Spirit's going to be in a very, very peculiar position where he wants to go for Phantom Lancer, yet he can't really do it safely. This Phantom Lancer is going to be a problem, and no one in London Conspiracy is really keeping up with the farm. Madra needs this Hand of Midas to come up now, and he needs to keep getting Infest Bomb kills.
Yep, what I'm surprised is that, like, pretty much ever since they dove Skylark in that top line, which was, what, 4 minutes, 5 minutes ago, was the first kill in that top line, and he never returned to the lane. He gave it to whatever else. Oh, but bottom, there's a go here on Medardas, but now also a charge. He's returning, he knows. The second he pops the Spike Carapace, like, he will just bait out the Rage, but there's also Rage coming. In case he turns around, isn't even needed. That is a guaranteed kill. If he turns around, never mind that. The timing was beautiful, but Skylark is like, okay, guys, I just gonna finish this one off. It was a nice little play around Rage or not Rage.
Yeah, but trying to go for that Lifestealer kill is super ambitious. Like, it's still a Lifestealer. He still has Rage, and over towards mid, Jolum gonna get jumped by Thug. The real one is very obvious right now. He'll get glimpsed back, pulled back as well, and now he's stuck in the Static Storm. He's doomed to fall. LemonDogs, they're giving away an awful lot in the kill department. As London Conspiracy, they're finally starting to pick things up. Storm Spirit even getting his hands dirty. He's level 10 now. He has pretty much completely recovered. I mean, not completely, but he's not in a terrible position anymore.
Yep. And Iskil says pa. That means in Swedish as much as we're gonna drag the Phantom Lancer down in our basement and really B-slap him till he remembers the fact that he was really overextending his position right there. In short. translation. Yeah, that's my Swedish. Anyway, but he was really a bit too far out, and he pays for it, even though he has the entire jungle as well as the top lane as his exposal. And I think he should have done it because he's now 450 short of the diffuser play. Like establishing that it's so crucial that the PL does not get lost somewhere on the way, especially if you make some misplays like that happened in the last 2 minutes and you lose some heroes right and left. So the PL also dying, that is something LD can't afford.
Well, they still have Phantomlancer with a pretty nice farm advantage, so a couple of times perhaps, but they definitely shouldn't make a habit out of it right now. It just seems like LemonDogs don't really have any clear goal in mind at this stage. Like for London Conspiracy, it's pretty freaking obvious. Get farm, get kills with the now burst damage up on the line. They have another strike on the Spirit Breaker. They have more than enough to kill off any given LemonDog hero. LemonDogs, they like want this Phantomlancer to get farm, yeah, but they also have a Queen of Pain who's going to go for Orchid, and that means she wants to go for kills, so that's kind of pulling in two different directions, and the rest of the heroes can't really do that much either, since Nyx Assassin, Naga Siren, Winter Wyvern are all pretty much across the board very low damage, so LemonDogs, they are kind of without a goal, and that's why we see them pretty much all in their separate lanes, all kind of just passively farming it up.
Yep. Let's just hope Iskis doesn't really have like too much internet problems. Like he didn't really give a reason except for the line where they're gonna smack the PL. But what's actually happening? I mean, right now, like net worth wise, LD had a nice advantage, 5k at a 10-minute mark. That is something very promising, obviously. But more than half of that was pretty much thrown away by the plays of the last 2 to 3 minutes, and the lifestealer Madara. I mean, besides him not having like the best fights and everything, especially the first time he got involved, he's still on a good track. I mean, this is Face Boots, Drums done. This is the Helm of Iron Will already being in the stash, so he needs not much more like Recipe and the say it. I forget the name.
Blades.
Yeah, for the armlet. Man, it's been a long 2-3 days. And it's still 32
It's not over
here.
yet. Tournament's just getting started. We got more tournaments elsewhere.
That's true.
It's going to be tiring.
It does matter. Like, the TI is there. We're not invited, so we have free time. We can actually watch Dota instead of cast it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Just again, guys, as far as this format is concerned, LemonDogs, if they win this game, they win $300. They get to stay on to win perhaps even more money. I believe the winner of the previous series has challenged,
Yes.
what is it, Taco Life?
So 4 AAC played today against ATN, won the 2-0, and they challenged Taco. The next Taco Life is Ape Mother's new stack, more or less. And I'm very curious how they're gonna play. Like they asked me, I talked to some other teams, and they assured me that the performance of them is quite decent, and they might actually, you know, have some nice appearances in the upcoming tournaments post TI. So I was like, why waiting, you know, for the TI, and after TI we just get them right now with that stack here. So I'm looking forward to have 4AC versus Taco Life tomorrow. That is going to be in the second time slot, probably about, I don't know, 21 or 22 CEST, and before that we have the winner of this match versus whoever they challenge. But who they challenge, we're gonna find out after this match. So that's how it works. 24 hours before, guys, we're gonna set the new challenges, and then I keep you updated as usual on Twitter as well as Facebook.
All right. Now in this tournament, since it's just getting started, we have the most flexibility out of who can be challenged. It eventually is going to have a couple of rules, and it's going to be less of a we're going to challenge someone format as a, oh, you're just assigned to this team because of rules and stuff, which I'm not going to explain, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who challenges who, because obviously the team that is doing the challenging wants to go against the team that who they think is the weakest. And London Conspiracy was the challenging team here, guys. They wanted to go up against LemonDogs, and now they're a game down.
Yep, and now they bite in the lemon that is provided by the dogs.
God, that was just... I'm not even gonna... That was
so
no.
Good. Oh, come on, the pun master.
Don't make me leave right now. Another one of those, and I'm just gonna hang up the call, and I'm just leaving.
Okay, we parallelly cast. It's fine. I have the OBS on my hand. I have the power. I have the scepter of broadcasting.
I'm gonna get food, dude. I'm starving.
Yeah, Aris Loco tells us internet issues. That's it. So trying to resolve. Let's hope this is actually happening, because otherwise we're gonna have a night shift, and then some hours later we're gonna go into Chinese content just to get some during the day hours, or for you during the
That's the night shift for me.
That's already the night shift for you. My morning is your night. I know. Yeah. Time
Yeah.
zones is always quite amazing.
It'll start at 2 a.m. for me. Fantastic.
Let's see what we got.
Resident sleeper.
Oh, and I want to chat with my crazy new emotes here. Thanks to Volvo, we get like tons of stuff. In-game is actually gonna transition into Twitch chat. Like, give it another half a year or something, we get Kappa or something else that is like the perfect meme in-game.
That's pretty dank, dude.
Man, we already have Trollface by Pudge, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there maybe, but you know that like as more of those types of things come out, more people are going to be like, oh, my immersion, blah, 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 blah.
Oh well, let's see one. It's going.
Gotta have your immersion, dude. That's why Ursa's not running around with the hat. 'Cause it breaks
Ursa with
all
the
the-
head?
hat. The Alpine set. People are angry. We're angry about that.
Oh, are
That's
we?
why it's worth so much.
Sorry, I'm not as deep in the community as you are.
No, people aren't angry anymore, but that's why you can't. That's why it's worth so much. Is because like it got removed because everyone was complaining about my immersion to the game, and then Valve's like okay, and they removed it.
Yeah, Valve is always okay after like Reddit goes fully viral on it.
We already took all your money. Whatever, you guys can do whatever now.
Man, and you know like what I always liked about the compendium is yes, it's flushing a lot of money into the whole thing, but till then there were just some rich people that were like level 5,000 or something on that compendium. But ever since Valve implemented like this, you know, tiny little real life ages you're gonna get sent if you are level 1,000 by the time the grand finals are played, it's just ridiculous. I have no idea how many people actually now suddenly invested thousands of dollars. So this, I think this implemented now is gonna boost us 18 millions in, maybe even more, just because of that. I mean, like, did you Twitter today, like Durka for example, today he was like, man, I just need like another 200 or something. I was like, man, where do you guys have that money from, you know? Rich people.
People did the math. It's I mean, not exactly this amount, but it's like $250, $300 ish to get to that. I don't. What is it, like 1,000? Level 1,000? You need that much money to get to it in USD. So, I guess if you're making bank, you can get a little tiny shield thing. Because collectors are freaking crazy, man. The things people spend on just like collector's items is absurd.
Yep, and at the moment it seems like there's, I don't know, like the famous word DDoS involved. So I'm not so sure if that's actually the case or not.
I wasn't expecting it from these teams. I know that
When Russian teams are involved, then yeah.
no,
That's real.
the Burden United always have always internet problems because they have a rise. Who the heck says dank in 2015? Screw you, dude.
I don't think the Arise ever got DDoSed. He just has shit internet.
Well,
Dumps
is
the internet,
one
to
necessarily
be
better
exact.
than the other?
Anyway, the latest status report is that he's trying to fix the problem. Kurlich just told me, and we give it another 2 to 5 minutes. If not, then there's still the option to remake with a stand-in, like an emergency stand-in of LD, just to push the game through, because I don't want to have, like, there's no rescheduling or anything. So, guys, you can DDoS as much as you want. The game is happening, so you might as well just let it unfold instead of trying to save your Arcanas somewhere on some betting platform. Thank you.
No, it's just internet problems. No one would do something that terrible, dude.
No, of course
What kind
not.
of monsters do you think are out there?
A game with 80-20 ratio, suddenly internet problems
That's
are
true.
coming up when the 20% team is winning. Oh, what is
But you would
surprise?
think like if you were to be the person to do that, you would put all your shit on LemonDogs, right? Because then you get more for winning, and you're like guaranteeing a win with your illicit activities.
Illicit
At least that's
activities.
what I would think. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh well. So I'm not really sure how we proceed from this. As I said, we give it a tiny bit more.
Loading is a pain.
A tiny bit more, but that's it.
It's so hard to load from lobbies without tickets. Also, I don't know like Maybe there's a 10-minute save right here.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
if there's any
there
way
a
to
lot of
check.
stuff happened just in the last 2 minutes. I mean, the last 4 kills are like what, 2 minutes old or so.
Mhm.
These
No
kills
one's ever
happen
happy
at
about a load, but like you don't really have any options.
these kills happen at 11 and about 12 or so. So that's kind of, it would be a bad reload.
But hey, if you didn't want to have these problems, you gotta protect your shit.
You know, that's the only thing Dota 1 always had over Dota 2. You could actually save a game the same second with no losses whatsoever. Dota 1 was amazing with that because it was on the Warcraft engine. But yeah,
And it
Dota
auto
2,
save.
meh.
I mean, Dota 2 auto saves as well, just not as often, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it's not that different. I don't know. I've never like done the whole needing to load thing in Dota 1.
Have you done it in Dota 2? Because I haven't. Like, I mean, I've been part of
Yeah.
it, obviously, as a caster, but like never as someone who's holding the lobby. And if something goes wrong, that's good because I can blame you all the way.
What?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I don't know how to check. I don't know if there's some way to go and check like right now. But if I like disconnect, I could probably find out. I'm not going to because that's a bad idea, but I have loaded a game before. However, resolving the rules surrounding said loaded game that's on you, dude. It's not me.
TS is getting out of control, please. Go Dota. What does that even mean?
I don't know. Man, I wanted to get some food. Wanted to get some sleep.
There's
But
no such a
instead,
thing.
I'm watching nothing right now.
Us boys. Okay, now it gets political. Okay.
Oh shit. 4v4, go. Right?
Actually, yeah,
Team
that's a
game?
good call. Like, let's just make it 4-4. Problem is
I should
like
be
having
the
the
admin, Jesus.
yeah, the counter DDoS. Now, like the the Swedes versus the Greeks are DDoSing each other. Like, man.
Oh man, look at London Conspiracy. They're broke, yet they're still offering to fix people's internets.
Like,
That's
man,
right. We'll get political here.
No,
I will
the
very
biggest
quickly be
problem
over
is
my head, but shit.
you're American, you don't care, you know. But like, I was born in Germany. I'm from like German descent, which means if I say something about Greece, then tomorrow it might be somewhere in a newspaper with swastika and everything, you know. So that's the biggest
Nazi
problem.
nods, you mean?
Yeah, like you really don't follow European politics. You don't know.
Oh no, I absolutely don't. I know that it's fun to make fun of people, though.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all I got.
it can't always be the American turn. Sometimes Europe has to get some attention. Anyway, let's
Wow.
give it another 2 minutes, but then we have to check into the loading option. Plus standing for e-skills.
Yeah, that's gonna be less than ideal. Come on, dude, do your job. Check the messages.
The chat is like, "Quote, please reconnect. Do it. Yes, you can. Chaka. Just do it."
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Okay, wait, let me check. I got a message.
Hey, at least right now, while we're doing nothing, I could pull up Evo and watch that on the side. I'm not opposed to doing that.
Remake standing it is. So we have to
Are we
see
sure?
if we go 14 and load is what Krilly says.
Oh,
so
that is not gonna work out, dude. You know it's not.
why not?
The game's not gonna save at 14. I don't know like the saving rules or whatever, but you know it's not gonna work out like that. I have no idea. Articuno boys. Ice flying, what a shitty typing. Are we gonna go?
Just give me a second. I'm talking to Captain. Like, just.
That sounds like a convenient excuse, Spartan. I bet he just didn't buy the courier to begin with and he blamed the load.
Anyway, we go into the last load. There will be a stand-in for LD, and then we continue with this because time is pressing.
All right, I'm not gonna be the. I should be the first person to leave, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna disconnect. I'm doing it.
Do that.
I'm gonna check the load status.
Do that.
If I know how to do this. Should I leave now? Should we go until 14? The new lobby isn't up.
Well, go for it then.
Okay, I'm YOLO, fucking going for it.
Yes. Do that.
Create a lobby. We're searching for save games. We have...
Did you leave the game already?
Yes.
Okay.
You said go for it, dude. This one.
Yeah. What
The last
minute do we
load
have?
is at 10 minutes.
Yeah. No,
So-
they unpause and they left, but I can remake, right? I can.
Yeah, you should be able to do it as well.
How do I do that?
Well, okay, you just... Well, this lobby isn't doing it. We'll see if they actually saved it at 14, because I don't know. I don't think it was.
Yeah.
It was saved. But if you just create the lobby, then load game is right above cancel game on the lobby settings.
Yeah.
It should
Anyway,
be at page
let
3.
me just get in the waiting screen. We fixed that really fast.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, we are back. We found a remake position at minute 10 that was 3 kills are pretty much missing.
What the hell? 1-5?
Okay, that's interesting. 1-5 score. Valvo.
So I think most heroes on top lane die now, right? There goes the disruptor. And everyone else gets out.
What happened to the score? Like, that is the weirdest remake I've ever seen.
I mean, there's not much we could do. Like we don't have any other options.
Yeah, I know. We have to push it through like this.
There is never any winner in a reload.
Yeah. There are no creeps at the moment, so they will spawn at the next 30 seconds. This is just... Oh, we are so sorry, guys, but as you can see, the Valve reload option is, well, not the best.
Everyone, 15 minutes probably would have given us a save. Live and learn, right?
Okay, now I'm not gonna comment it, so let's just assume both want to play it right now. If something else happens, I already said, like, if anyone else has a problem, we just hand out death wins, because just the time is pressing and there is no delay, there's no postpone whatsoever. But yeah, like, there's at least, we have to try to give it a chance. So the creeps arrived, guys, I guess now, and I don't know how about wards, if some wards actually survive the reload or not. Let's just go for this. And I'm really sorry about that. It's DDoSing is an awesome thing that happens
I
still
love it.
nowadays.
It's the best part of Dota. But let's just start clean slate. We're at 1-6 score. We've only been playing for 11 minutes 30. And we do have Thug with a unpleasant surprise inside him. Does he see Eris Loco? I think he might, just barely, but maybe going to go for Strang B instead. They have a glimpse. They have a level 1 pull. I don't think that's enough to actually kill off the Queen of Pain unless she, like, messes up the blink or something like that. But still, it is going to be Skylark getting some experience up towards top life, so they're trying to be active in Thug, and it won't really do that much. Although DD rune on Storm Spirit, that's not too bad at all.
Yep. And with that double damage, well, they might actually rotate. Yeah, directly on top of him. Jump from that distance. Yes, they already go for it. It's just a high ground stuff, and now they really go for it. They find Krilly, and well, the Spike Carrier Press is coming out, and he's getting into the Vendetta, which doesn't even show. It's completely bugged, but they still know where he is. Do they have any vision, anything? No, they don't. Just the dust. Everything is missing.
Wow, that is a little bit unfortunate. You generally don't want to go for that unless you know that you have true sight. They did place a sentry in the mid lane just before that. Maybe that was a little bit of a mistake. So it is going to be an assassin to just barely slip out of there, and a lot of heroes being committed on the top lane for the London Conspiracy side. They're going to get a little bit of farm, apply perhaps a little bit of pressure to this tower, but they don't really have pushers enough so that they could actually take down this tower. In the meantime, bottom lane, this Lion is in a bad spot right now. Splinter Blast will even just be close to killing him, but with so many heroes that could also jump in, Queen of Pain, Sonic Wave, maybe next time has got to leave or has to pull a miracle here.
Yep, top, they're gonna work on that tower with a double damage. It's gonna be even faster. Obviously, bottom, well, that Lion really gotta be careful. I mean, he's level 6, he could have a nice turnaround, but oh, I think there's a fight top. They already found Krilly this time. I don't see if he has anything ready, but nope, doesn't really look like it. In the end, he's going down. Too much magical damage, but there is a nice rotation. Winter's Curse on the Spirit Breaker, so Skylark is definitely going down. It's a 2-for-1 trade at this point. Do they have anything else to blow someone up? Nope. This is gonna be the end of this fight.
Man, LemonDogs reinforcing super quickly into that fight, like bringing absolutely everyone. Phantom Lancer getting his hands dirty a little bit. Now 404 on him, closing on his Diffusal Blade. Actually, is that up? It is up, and it's about the same exact time that he had it before, except with one fewer death. I don't know, man. It's always unfortunate, but still, it's 2-8 right now. LemonDogs have a pretty sizable advantage, especially with Jolem packing such a big item. Like, up against the Storm Spirit, this Diffusal Blade is going to be a pain.
Yep, the Diffuser played like at that timing. You said it already, like at 40 minutes last game, he had that last component already flying in. Now it's the same, but Madara is going for that tower, actually gonna get that tower, but now is the problem. Krilly's coming in, just going for that nice stun there. Still, nope, I actually thought they have more steam in the whole thing, but nope, it's not gonna work. However, we have the Lion looking potentially for that Phantom Lancer. He's just double gangering out, scouting a bit with his illusions. They try to wrap around, maybe find him. He has cooldown. He has cooldown. Oh, this is so bad. The finger is still there. He's sucking the mana out of him, and the finger in the face. That's an easy kill. Storm Spirit. Duck really wanted to go for this one, but he doesn't reach.
Now Spartan's going to take a lot of damage. Strangby solo kills the Lion in the meantime. He's the stand-in, by the way. Spartan now on the way out. Strangby's going to jump in. One more right-click and grab that kill. Now onto Thug, who used all his mana to get in there to do pretty much nothing. Going to try to TP out the spike, though. In time, will guarantee the kill. That's a 3 kill for LemonDogs. Yeah, losing their Phantom Lancer is bad, but for that gain, so worth it. That Storm Spirit did not need to make that jump.
Yep, the Storm Spirit, I really thought they were well aware that this finger is enough on the Phantom Lancer. What they did not know is, of course, the cooldown on the Doppelganger, and without knowing that, you really risk that the PL gets away, and then you still get caught out with a 2-0 trade. We have one nice little charge here on the Naga Siren, but she has the song, so is that something they're gonna bait out? No, he's not even gonna go for it. He stops short before that tier 2 tower.
We got some items coming out that we didn't have before. Armlet complete on the Lifestealer since he did pick up that tower on the bottom lane. Plus we have an Orchid on the Queen of Pain. It's kind of a race to see who gets their skills off first, the Rage or the Silence. And well, Silence usually trumps Rage simply because Queen of Pain is on the aggressive most of the time. But still, Madra has an Armlet completed, and if he does decide to invest into the Spirit Breaker or the Storm Spirit, he can very easily get kills on the vast majority of LemonDog's side. Yeah, he has to work through heroes with a lot of armor, but you pretty much have to do this as Lifestealer. Oh, Smoke can be blown by LemonDogs by an invisible Spartan. Unfortunate for the two smoked up heroes, but still 3-11, and with Lifestealer getting this much farm, he's actually not in a terrible position.
Yep, craft-wise, this is all a very stable game. It's not too far off from where we started. Like, of course, Spartan sees now a lot of things that are going on there. He knows at least about 2 heroes in the mid, and they could actually try to go top, because there's his ultimate that would make it really impossible for the PL to react on all this, but at the same time, there is Krilly. Now, 2 invisible guys under, essentially. There's the stun after the Hex, the ultimate. He can't really get out of this. He can't even use the Spike Carapace, so that's a guaranteed kill, regardless of the song. It just came a tiny bit too late. The question is, did he go for it?
They have Winter's Curse. That'll connect onto 2 right now. Maybe next time it's going to get dropped really quickly. And Madra, not too healthy either. He's going to try to get into Thug, the ball lightning away, but Skylark wants in. He should not want in right now. He's going to try to TP out. Will get bursted down. Ultimately making it a 1-for-2 trade. Madra survives, which is, I guess, kind of nice. And Spartan also somehow slips out of that fight unnoticed. But yeah, LemonDogs, once again, coming in with rotations. It's not necessarily over, however. Storm Spirit still has quite a bit of mana. Madra still sticking around. I don't think this is really defendable. Strangby is holding on to a cannon right now in that Orchid, and they're all really, really clumped up.
Yep, definitely, and well, they're all hiding. I'm not really sure who is actually having, like, who's on the trigger here. The charge of Skylark is gonna take ages still. He actually reaches here. He's still going for it. He's going for the PL, but level 11 PL with the Diffusal actually want to go for it, but the Double Ganger, nope, they're gonna bait this one out, and well, there's the glimpse. I didn't even see this one coming. The Winter Byron, that should be enough, and Skylark is going for it, but instantly getting silenced. That is this newly acquired Orchid on the Queen of Pain. Now the question is, do they go for it? Oh my goodness, he's taking so much damage right here, and the Diffusal Blade being used on Spartan. Spartan is gonna be the next one to fall. Strangby blink forward, looking for something else. The Orchid should be soon up again in 2 seconds, but nope, they're not gonna find the Lion. He's TPing out.
Lion is going to survive, but still, like, every single time London Conspiracy go for these types of plays, they always get the kill, and then they are in a position where they have no escape plan. So LemonDogs are okay constantly giving up these 1 heroes in exchange for 2 kills, especially if Phantom Lancer is continuing to get these kills. Diffusal Blade already, we can see how much it's skyrocketing its damage potential, mostly because just your illusions get to burn mana. And that is relevant. That also translates into pure extra damage, and Phantom Lancer now has a Yasha as well. There is not enough AoE on the London Conspiracy side to effectively deal with a PL, period, let alone a super farmed PL, so they have to make something happen on the other heroes. They have a Glimpse back and a Strangler right now. Calling the Stack Storm pulled back with the Field there as well. He'll get blown by Finger Death, 2-man spike though. Not going to do all that much. Skylark taking a beating right now. Storm Spirit wants to go for more. They're on to Step Styles. Madra's going to arrive as well. Popping the jump charge, wants in. He's going to open up the raid right now and charge through onto 3. Madra getting right on top of the Winter Wyvern. Will grab that kill as well, but again, he has no escape plan. He's netted to the floor. Glimpse back is Strangby as Madra's going to take his Taxicab into the Dire Creep. Smoke out from Spartan. Actually going to work. And the Lifestealer is still sticking around. I think they know what's going on, but Madra's still going to go in as Skylark comes in for the backline. They're going to try to go for Eris Loco. Thunderstrike is there. Skylark will be the trade if they get this kill. I don't even know if they will. Thug going to try to go for Eris Loco, but hits with the Sonic Wave, and Spirit Pain will drop. Madra now trying to armlet toggle his way to freedom. Purged up, however, and the armlet is not going to hold. It's a double kill for Jalum, and London Conspiracy stick around for just a little bit too long.
Yeah, I think the whole intention behind that was really good, but the PL just had too many illusions. They locked really onto that target really fast. The Rage was consumed for the kill on the Naga Siren, and that just didn't work out. The Lion was actually on decent HP, but he was holding back. I'm not really sure if he just came back to the fight or something like that, but so he wasn't there to like somehow save the retreat for the Lifestealer. That being said, that means the tier 1 tower is going down. There are 10 kills even though that score is completely screwed, obviously, after the load. It still doesn't really matter. Like before we left that other game, they had about 5k advantage. Now LD, I don't know if that's really accurate, but LemonDogs, they have 6k, 7k or something like that. And
what the hell? 4v4, go. Oh man, guys. At least we just hit 20 minutes, so in theory there should be a 20-minute load, but we're not loading again, right? Like, screw that shit. Yeah, still the Phantom Lancer's on top of the net worth chart, which I don't think he was when we left the first game, but now, I mean, like, 717, you should be on top. Jalum is going to be very difficult for the London Conspiracy side to actually bring down. They have to get the jump on him. They do have maybe the most useful item to actually do that, in the Blink Dagger being picked up by maybe next time. So Blink, Hex, Blink Spike, etc., versus the Phantom Lancer. Great way to get in those fights with a Storm Spirit, Lifestealer Bomb following. They can definitely get those kills. The problem is they have to actually find those opportunities, and those opportunities are going to be few and far between.
Seriously, but is Krilly now also getting trouble? That is just insane. That would be really insane. But as I said, I told the guys, the main focus of these games is to be played in time. And also the main focus is really just to provide some fun for the community before the TI is coming. So we accept something like a reload. The reload was shit. Yes, I totally agree, guys. But it's nothing you can do. Valve is just saving at the...
I don't think we're loading again, right? Like we paused once for LemonDogs already. No, don't def win. Let them just play out 5v4, right?
No, we're not gonna do 5-on-4 stuff. Like, this is gonna be like, if people, unless they want to play that, sure. But yeah,
Do they want to play 5v4? I mean, 5v4 is pretty much a def win. Let's be honest. I've seen one team win 5v4, and that's because they were already very, very far ahead.
well, that's the question. But they said like he seems to be coming back. Either way, just to clarify this, that there's no question and spam whatsoever due to betting or whatnot. Like, we give the chance for a remake. We cannot choose the time because like just every once in a while it's getting saved, like every 10 minutes or every 5 minutes, something like that. So we only had the 10-minute mark to load in, guys. It has nothing to do with us choosing a bad timing. We only lost 3 minutes of the former game. Well, it's unfortunate, but I give them this one chance. If they're not coming back, then they have the choice: play 5-on-4 like this,
Let them play.
or it's a win
Let
for London
them
Conspiracy
play.
in this game, that is.
I would let LemonDogs play. We'll see if Phantom Lancer being this farmed is able to counterbalance the 4v5. You gotta set like a time or whatever. At a certain point, we just gotta unpause and say deal with it. If he comes back, fine, but we're not gonna pause again for it, right?
He did
This is getting
say 2
ridiculous.
minutes ago. I'll give it another minute, a tiny bit, and then yeah,
Super generous. So generous.
this is getting
I agree,
insane,
Madara.
I say.
They changed their Quap player. Yes, they did. It is Strangby playing the Quap,
Yes,
in case anyone...
Strangby instead of E-Skills, because E-Skill was the first victim to DDoS. Now it's Krelly.
Protect yourself, guys. Protection always. Alright, I think it's about time to see if they can do 4v5. Challenge mode. If they win it, $300. That's the hardest $300 they'll ever have to earn, but it'll be so delicious.
Okay, no, but the minute is over though, so
Five v four. Okay, so taking a look at LemonDogs heroes, Nyx Assassin is not really a super easy hero to micro. Like, he does require some finesse. That being said, I think Naga Siren is easy enough so that this isn't really going to completely kill them off. And in fact, Krilli's on the hunt once again. They get the silence rather on Storm Spirit, Impale, Mana Burn, and the AFK Krilli gets the first blood after the pause. Yeah,
he's not really gone.
Not always going to be that clean, but still, Nyx Assassin can kind of do his job sometimes.
yeah. I mean, they're probably gonna micro the Nyx Assassin just like that, and then use him for the initiations, Vendetta, and whatnot, and just feed him away if even needed. So that's why they definitely don't want to give this win to London Conspiracy. That's why a 5-on-4 is more lucrative, obviously, for them. As I said, still the 2 minutes, the 2 max stand-in rules stand. So if they don't have 5 for the next game, then London Conspiracy will get the win.
All right, well, LemonDogs, they're pushing down the bottom lane, whereas top lane being pushed by LC. Tower's going to fall well, tier 1 tower is going to fall. And we'll see if LemonDogs actually want to fully commit to this. Again, they do have a super farmed Phantom Lancer, but we do have a smoke up at the same time from LC. Was not spotted, but it doesn't look like it's going to run into anyone either.
Nope, but they're gonna use the AFK Krelli again, and so there we go.
May blow the smoke. He will. True sight. Someone dust. There's a sentry. Not going to spot him. Dude,
No.
Krilly's doing so much better while being AFK. Oh, now he's finally gonna get spotted. He's gonna get glimpsed right back into a sentry. No time for the spike Carapace. Eris Loco, well, okay. Maybe gonna save Jolum a little bit of mana, but they're gonna focus their attention onto this Lion, line up a Sonic Wave perhaps. That's not gonna happen. Straight blink out from the Lion, even though he's silenced. And they do get onto Steph Style immediately. However, Madra's purely physical, won't do anything through that Cold Embrace. They lose the line in the meantime. Charge forward from Skylark. Gonna go through a whole bunch of Steph Styles. Gonna get torn a new one by Madra. But Thug, he's gonna get cursed. He's gonna not lose his life to the Lifestealer friendly. Gonna be 2 for 2 so far. Sonic Wave, though, gonna snipe that last hit on Storm Spirit. Madra's still very healthy. Here's the glimpse back. Gonna be onto Strangry right now with the static field there. It'll be Queen of Pain to live for a very long time. In fact, Madra stops attacking. He's now going to continue attacking. There's no kill opportunity here. He really botched that one up. It's an ultra kill for Jolum, and the Queen of Pain gets a lucky break and gets to live.
He had raged for a tiny split second before he got drained out of mana, but yep, that was not why he really planned it. So in the end, well, LemonDogs winning that by far, only feeding away pretty much 2 heroes right there. Krilly as the bait, and then the Winter Wyvern. The rest of them survive. However, Queen of Pain with just a tiny bit, of course.
And it's London Conspiracy still just not having a decent answer to deal with Jolum. The curse on the Storm Spirit hurt him so much because he was right next to his Lifestealer buddy. And, well, Lion got picked off before he could really do that much of anything as well. So LemonDogs, even though they did take that fight 4v5, Krilly pretty much didn't do anything in that fight. The song was a little bit awkward. The power of Phantom Lancer at this point is just seemingly too much for London Conspiracy to deal with.
Yep, absolutely. Like the Phantom Lancer, he's just getting more and more out of this game. That's the biggest problem. Like on this level, like if you really fight him long and you can't focus him down, then there's just you just get overwhelmed by these illusions at this point. There's just nothing, especially also AoE wise, that London Conspiracy can actually do at this point. So we have to see if they somehow find initiation. I mean, the initial one wasn't even bad. If you remember when the song was up, like the Hex on the PL came right after, but yeah, that was the biggest problem. From there, no one else was there to follow up.
Well, we have a Hand of Midas actually being picked up on the Spirit Breaker. Super slow in that regard. Hand of Midas and Spirit Breaker perhaps a little bit better than on other heroes because he could make use of the attack speed, but I'm not really sure if this is actually going to pay out for him. It seems like LemonDogs, they're kind of on the warpath, and then speaking of warpath, they're going straight for Madra up towards top. He is going to not give a free TP away because of the threat of Ensnare. There it is. However, now he can TP away. Curse, it is there. Should be used, and it will be used. Madra's all alone, and he's up against 4 heroes. He's going to fight his way out, or at least try to, but there's no escaping that.
Yep, I mean, there was still the infast, but the Orchid also finished that one, unfortunately. So, yeah, he's definitely easy to bring down if you commit really 4 heroes to that. Down or back to the fountain for him. Thug, however, he's still trying to catch up a tiny bit, of course. He's trying to utilize the camps as much as they can. They go into Roshan, however, they have everything they need. Phantom Lancer, yeah, I think that is doable, even though he's gonna get some damage, but, well, they have at least 1 Cold Embrace, and that should just do the trick.
They also have minus armor from both Naga Siren tools, Medallion plus Riptide, and Roshan sitting at a cool -7 makes it so that it's definitely not impossible to do this. I'd like to see perhaps one more hero rotate in here and help out, just a little bit of damage output, but it seems like with the London Conspiracy map control, or lack thereof rather, they either don't know about this or can't do anything about this. Probably a mixture of both. Gonna give Jolum a double life, and he's already been very resistant in these fights, only dying 1 time in this game. The odds of them picking off the Aegis, I mean, it's not even that high.
Yeah, so at this point, yeah, the Aegis is just gonna like underline it, and the Phantom Lancer can play a lot more aggressive. Obviously, if they already go that early for a high ground push, then he's not really the one you want to use for slow siege, except for, of course, the Manta Illusions on low cooldown. But let's see how they're gonna utilize it. Of course, the downside is that, like, now London Conspiracy, if they find a nice opening on the PL, then he's coming back, and then the entire fight will pretty much fall apart at this point, because I don't think they have enough steam to get a second kill on it. So that's the biggest downside at the moment. And LemonDogs, I think it's just a matter of time till they will try and at least put, you know, the big toe on the high ground and see how hot the whole thing is.
It looks like they're trying to group up for a smoke right now, so that'll be certainly a good way to start that out. It seems like they're going to decide against it, and instead going to send Krilly up towards the top, looking for that split-pushing Storm Spirit. Not going to find anyone for right now, but you know, while Jolum's getting all this farm, he's going to get really big. He's going to go for the Heart of Tarask, it seems, right after the Diffusal, right after the Manta Style.
Yeah.
really just trying to out-sustain these fights. He doesn't have much to worry about. And there's no, anti-illusion tech as far as AoE is concerned from the London Conspiracy side. So just getting infinitely strong illusions means that you have mana burn always on the enemy side. And that's just everything that Jolum needs. He doesn't need to do that much damage. He just needs to get that mana burn out.
Absolutely. I mean, he will just farm away, and that's the biggest problem also for LC, because they know that this is happening. On the other side of the map, you know this is going on, and there's just nothing they can do at this point, which means they have to get the initiative up on them. They have to smoke, which they do right now, but do they find someone? At the moment, they're just heading towards the wrong side of the map. We also, I think, have another smoke. No, this is not a smoke, actually. They just grouped up, and I thought they're gonna, like, counter smoke. But no, it's not gonna happen, and they're not gonna find anything with their smoke. Good thing is, there is no vision whatsoever at this point here around this area, which means they can establish some vision and see if someone runs in, like the PL. This might be a lost Aegis right there.
They have to make sure to manage their CC very, very carefully, however. Jolum now has a swarm of illusions with them, and it seems like London Conspiracy are going to decide against it. They had a chance there where PL was alone, no heroes next to him, no illusions with him even, but they didn't take that chance, and now they're not going to find another one that's very easily. Now Jolum's going to reveal himself, but again with the Aegis, he doesn't really care. As you said, they have more than enough to kill him off once if they get the initiation on him, Blink Hex, Blink Spike, but secondary deaths, like you have a level 3 Electric Vortex, that's not going to be enough, really.
I think they made the right decision jumping on him there. The problem is also, if you jump on him there, you're suddenly on low ground at the Ancients, and there's just nothing from there you can do. You got the PL, he's spawning underneath your feet again, and the entire team from the mid will rotate in. If not, even the supports might rotate to the tier 2 tower. So you're completely on two fronts with the PL in your mid, and that is something just you can't do a sustained fight at this point. I think for London Conspiracy, the best is at the moment, like, just hold the high ground, try to do something around there. But of course, it's gonna be a hard task. Like, this tier 2 tower, it's not gonna be defended. Like, they're spreading out, trying to do as much as possible somewhere else. And then LemonDogs, well, beyond that tier 2 tower, there's only high ground left, unless they really want to go systematically and go top tower, for example, like at some point, but it will take them quite some rotation around in this lane.
Krilly's back. He's here again, and he's going to find himself with quite a bit of gold, actually. Going to grab that Void Stone. Looks like he has itemization towards Ewell's Scepter, which may or may not still be the plan, but yeah, with a couple of minutes left on this Aegis, maybe like one at this point, Jolum's just going to go for it and going to force the hand of London Conspiracy. They can't afford to let Jolum actually right-click these towers because he hits pretty hard, 175 pop, not to mention his illusion damage. And with the regen, you can't just try to out-poke him, since once you stop poking him, he'll just regenerate all of that back. So right now, yeah, they're just destroying everyone. They're not doing that much damage. They're just making it so that they can't get in there. Jolum's going to get spiked. He barely noticed. Skylark's going to charge into Strangby, but the Embrace is immediately there, taking absolutely no damage. Now Skylark is going to get Orchid and pushed out. No mana. He can't even join this fight again. They got to go in soon because Jolum's just going to work. Maybe they're going to wait for this Aegis to time out, but sacrificing your Raxes at this point doesn't seem like a great proposition. They're going to jump in, trying to go for Strangby, but Phantom Lancer's in the middle of everything, making a ton of illusions. Once again, the Embrace is there on Strangby, going to keep him very, very safe, and Skylark's running out of mana really quickly. Madra's going to try to go for Krilly. Even Invis, Krilly going to get bailed out by the net. Infest is there, but already they've lost Spirit Breaker, and already they're going to lose Spartan, completely surrounded by PL illusions. The Aegis is lost right now for Jolum, but they already forced out a buyback, and they're still working on the Raxes, and Jolum's still at literally full HP. Big ball ending in, and the charge as well. They're going to try to focus down Jolum, but there's the song. Madra's still swinging, but only for a little while longer. And yeah, now he's going to be focused down. Once the song ends, Madra is in a lot of trouble right now. The curse on the maybe next time, so he can't even help out as Madra even turns on his own friendly. They're going to get the pull onto Strangby right now, but even if he dies, it's not a big deal because Jolum's still at full HP. They're going to net down Skylark. He's out of mana and out of hope. That's 3-4 heroes down. Buyback from the Storm Spirit, going to try to charge forward for Strangby, gets the kill, but now has no escape plan, as they could chase down the Storm, or they could just turn around and go for the structure. It seems like they want to go for the Storm Spirit. He's going to commit Sudoku, and suddenly it's only Madra versus the world. Gets netted down, and he's in a very bad position right now. He's going to rage out of the lance, glimpse back, going to be a doppelgang dodged again. Really, he's going to get bailed out by Style. Now Madra's out of rage. Armlet toggling, that's not going to do it, dude. I'm sorry. Spartan is the only survivor. Looks like LemonDogs, they weathered the 4v5, and it seems like, yes, a Phantom Lancer this farmed is just going to win you the game.
Yep, the Phantom Lancer is just out of control with the heart and everything. He's just resetting his HP and whatnot. They're still trying to throw everything in there But the reality is, like, with these illusions alone, like, he's ripping apart all the supports, and Madara can't really do anything. I mean, the pick alone is not very optimal against the Phantom Lancer unless he's really on a silver plate for you, but that's pretty much it. Storm Spirit going forward on the Phantom Lancer, but there is, well, the Cold Embrace against. They have him surrounded more or less. There is a Glimmer Cape, there is Vision, and now the question is, do they have enough? Madara popping everything but Doppelganger out. Another question is, do they find the right one? It doesn't really look like it. There is even another strike on him, but it doesn't work. It's just not enough damage at this point. Maybe they try to go for more because the PL is actually TPing out the slow too late, but Madara, yes, he has the right one here. He's just buying some time with that Cold Embrace, but in the end they're still gonna get that kill.
It's one of the very few casualties that LemonDogs suffer for this push. They take down the entirety of the bottom lane. It's in shambles at the moment, and they don't even kill off this Phantom Lancer. Like, he naturally has a lot of agility, so 21 armor with no armor items, that in and of itself is really hard to cut through. Lifestealer does not do well up against high armor targets, and the armor is even going to increase more. Eris Loco has the Solar Crest and the Vlads, which will get Phantom Lancer up to a ridiculous amount of physical survivability, plus he has evasion at this point. I think that Phantom Lancer might just be unkillable. Like, even with all 5 heroes from London Conspiracy swinging at Jolum, they won't be able to kill him before he kills one of them.
Yep, pretty much. So, with 1 Rex down, of course, LC, they have a very, very hard time in this one. London Conspiracy now, of course, back to all 5, where Krilly is in the mix. He went directly straight for the Arganims. I don't know why he never picked up that Void Stone, for example. That's a question mark. I don't know, maybe it's bugged just on display. I have no idea. I mean, the whole interface by Nix's Assassin was after the reload anyway bugged, so at the moment I see everything in order now. The Burrow is coming up as well as the Vendetta. Before it was the Vendetta was replaced by Burrow and not showing being skilled and stuff. Either way,
he was burrowed on my screen without the Aghanim Scepter in his inventory, so I don't know.
Oh, for you it's in a different way bugged. Cool, that's also good.
Yeah. Fantastic, right? They're just going to slow siege once again. Jolum doesn't give a damn. Like, Madra, he could just go in and, yeah, try to trade some hits, but long run's not going to work out for him. Short run, neither. He's going to get bailed out once again by the Song. Static Storm will be healed up entirely by Cold Embrace or Heart as needed. And Impale going to miss. Madra's still going to survive, and they get the charge into the back lines. They connect under 3, ball ending on Steph's style, but he's once again going to embrace himself. He's just fine. As the Sonic Wave does fly through, destroy Skylark's HP. They take down the Storm Spirit, healing up Skylark just a little bit, but Storm Spirit down with no buyback means that they just lost most of their damage. That's GG. It's, you know, not really what you want to have happen. You just hate to see this kind of thing happen, but LemonDogs, they had a pretty good position throughout the entire game, so I mean the result isn't too surprising.
With or without reload, LemonDogs was in a very good position, even though London Conspiracy was coming back. But having, like, with the DDoS issues, as I said, guys, the main focus of this tournament is still to push through the games. There is no postpone whatsoever. I give them the chance to come back and reload, and if they're not able to do it, then, well, then we have to give out, like, death wins and death losses and whatnot. But this way, LemonDogs wins the second game. If that was the outcome, we will never know on the first load, and thanks to Volvo, we also have, like, no better means of reloading whatsoever, so that's kind of unfortunate, obviously. Anyway, LemonDogs will win this one. If that affects your betting on your sites and everything, guys, that's something you have to check. Still, it was, especially game 1 was amazing fun. Also the earlier section. We will announce soon, like, who's challenging who for tomorrow. The winners for today is LemonDogs as well as for ASC. Taco Life already has been challenged. Now it's about LemonDogs actually challenging their enemy for tomorrow. That all being said, guys, my name is Heflamoke, casting here with Mr. Mikelorus. See you tomorrow. Times and everything will be up on your favorite ticker site, betting site whatsoever, but it will be approximately like 17 or 18 ZEST starting, and again 2 best of threes, aka $600 for the crabs, 300 each.